would just like to thank each of you for spending time with us here today. I had an inspiring thought. Okay, then I'll give it to you. In so many of the meetings that I attend and that our task force has attended, I hear the expression, and I hope I'm not stealing this from you, we're building the plane as we're flying it. And I love that expression because to me it speaks to innovation, collaboration, imagination, and hope. And so for our church, our congregation to be a part of a solution to this very complex problem, to me, is right where United Methodists want to be and where citizens of our county want to be, and so why wouldn't we want to be a part of it? Yeah. Top that time.
I just wanted, there's one thing that Jenny Lynn and I hear frequently about, build it and they will come. Well, if you guys do this shelter here, you're just going to attract more homeless people. And so I have two responses. One is, we can look at the data at the point in time count, and it's about, 86% of the folks who were counted in the homeless count are from here. So it's not like people were importing homeless people here. But my other point would be, so what? I was born in Oakland, California. So does that mean that I'm an outsider too, and so I shouldn't receive services? And where are you going to start drawing that line? Okay, Jenny's been here longer than I have, so if we're both homeless, now with our coordinated entry, she gets a higher priority because she was here first. To me, it really doesn't matter. If we have that whole concept, how do we turn it so that, how can we help someone, the community help someone be a productive member of our community, because that's what everyone wants. Don't we kind of have an obligation? Wouldn't that be a great place? Wouldn't you love Santa Rosa to be known for that? And that's kind of the driving thing for me. So you will hear that, I can assure you, you will hear that if you do the neighborhood outreach. Build it and they will come, you're just going to attract it. And I just challenge that. Ultimately, you know, if you really have a close relationship with people, so what if they do come? We're here for them.
Well said. Amazing. I get kind of giggle like every time he says so what, I'm like, oh my gosh, so cool. Because I get that all the time as a reason to not do something, and that, first of all, perfection should not slow progress. So it's just awesome to hear those things. And I'll just kind of end on a couple other quick notes is that in October, Tom and I are going to this Leadership Academy on ending homelessness in West Virginia. So we're really excited to learn more ideas there. And the expert I talked about is actually going to be hopefully consulting with us a little bit more specifically. So if you have questions that you want us to bring there to try to get answers, please let us know. And the other thing to note is that we want input. As you can see, this isn't fully designed yet, and you know this community best. You're here, you know, we want this to be a program that you all feel very invested in and that you feel like you were part of the design and the solution. So we absolutely want input. Nothing is set in stone. There are things guidelines that we're following and programs that we've done that we're going to build upon, but ultimately it's everyone's input that's going to make it the program that will be successful for those that we're trying to serve. And just in general, I appreciate what this church does, because something that I've been realizing about our community is that there's a lot of pity and sympathy around homelessness, but not empathy. And I think there's a huge difference. You know, the sympathy is you feel bad for the person who's sitting on the corner, you maybe give them $1 or $2, but empathy is really understanding from their perspective what they're going through. And your congregation, and I just really thank both of you, is absolutely changing that face and creating empathy in our community. It's about understanding their perspective, the struggles they're going through out on the street, and you know, just the presentation you do today, the faces of homelessness, and what you do on Tuesday, you know, your Tuesday dinners is just totally making that sea change, and you're part of this movement that has really made homelessness a top priority. So I thank you both for your leadership and everyone in the church here who's just been a huge part of that. So I thank you all very, 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 very much, because we are not going to do it alone. We have the charities isn't going to solve homelessness. I'm not going to solve homelessness. Tom's not. But all of us together, I think we can. So, yeah.
I'd like to thank my fellow panel members here and also thank their parent organizations for the support they give and allowing them to do all of this sort of work and to be places like this. I want to thank Mary for her. Yeah, everything she does. One of these people does so much, I don't even know what word to use when I try to describe it. But thank you, Mary, and I would like to thank each and every one of you for being here and participating in this. Thank you very much.
I think it would be appropriate to close in prayer, but I will also say there's lots of food at the back, and if you're not on our mailing list for updates, please sign up at the back, and there's a link to our website where all of our materials are included. Lindsay?
Who would you respond? Which one of the four of you, or is this the church responding, or the city, the link that we're going to be signing up?
Question?
It's a link to the church's website to keep you updated on information from the Homeless Task Force. Lindsay, will you close us in prayer? Or whatever else you want to say?
Thank you. My prayer or whatever. I think Pastor Blake and I would probably like to say that Mary's whatever and Doug's whatever and all that they have been doing along with the Homeless Ministries Task Force is really at the heart of what this church is, and we're privileged to serve here, to be part of this community. Neither one of us are from Sonoma County originally either, and we are what a humbling thing to work with all of you. Thank you so much. So let's take a moment and just breathe in deeply and out. And remember that is the spirit of life that was put in each of us. Each one of us exactly the same. And that we have been given the gift of this moment, of this breath, to respond to the oneness of everything, the oneness of all people. Creative spirit, God of life. Send your breath upon us again. Move us from sympathy to empathy. Move us from division to unity. Move us from complacency to action. Move us in all of the ways that would bring about the justice and compassion and mercy that you long for in this world. I ask you to be with us as we go forth these days and weeks, these seasons to come in which we seek to serve one another in love. Continue to inspire us, to bind us, to give us wisdom and courage, that you may work through us to bring about the commonwealth of justice and peace. Amen. All right, thanks so much.